it's Dee from SimplyDeeBeauty. In today's video, I want to do a comparison between two very beautiful Tom Ford quads, which at first glance they look very similar. I want to know after swatching an application how similar they really are. I want to see that, and I wanted to share that with you. So if that's something that's interesting to you, then stay watching. So I already have my foundation on and my concealer, my powder, you know, my base on. And now we're gonna go with the quads. So the quads that I'm talking about, it is the Tom Ford Honeymoon. This was one of my first quads that I got from Tom Ford and one of my favorites. It is beautiful. It is that Beige formula, which is my favorite from Tom Ford. And the other one I want to compare it to is a Cognac Rose that I got. I haven't used it yet or swatched it. I got it recently in the Nordstrom sale. So let me put them side by side. This is the Honeymoon and this is the Cognac Rose. As you can tell, at first they look very similar, especially this color right here and this one right here. They look very similar. So I want to do some swatching and some comparisons. I'm going to do this, try to do the same exact look. I'm going to do Honeymoon on my left eye and Cognac Rose on my right eye to see if they're similar or not. So first, let's do some swatching. I'm gonna do it in my left hand to be consistent. Just one swirl. I love the Tom Ford eyeshadow formula, Beige formula, that wet dry formula. So this is Honeymoon. See how pretty they swatch? And now I'm gonna do Cognac Rose. Here they are side by side, Honeymoon and Cognac Rose. So at swatching, that purplish color is they're not exactly the same. And then the lighter two are actually the ones that are closest to each other. Maybe they've been better in the arm, but for me it's easier to swatch in the back of my hand than my arm. Here it is. I think you could get a general idea that maybe these two colors are similar to this one, but the rest are, yeah, they're similar. They're like the same family. They're like cousins, but they're not exactly the same. So that's good. That means I don't have two identical quads, right? So but let's start with the application. Let's start with a Beekeeper number 201. I'm gonna clean them off with my Cinema Secrets makeup sanitizing spray. It not only sanitizes, but it also takes off the makeup, and it smells so good and it dries up instantly. All right, so let's start with, I'm gonna start with Honeymoon since it's the one that is the oldest of the two, oldest to me at least. I'm gonna start with this one right here, like a transition. They don't have any fallouts, at least not that I could see. And then I'm gonna apply it right here in the crease. As I always say, I like to bring it up just a little bit because of my hooded eyes. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the eyeshadow. So I just try to put up just a little bit. I like these shades so much that I honestly would just wear them by themselves. Like, just wear this color and a nice eyeliner and I'm good to go. I'm gonna flip it around and just blend the edges. No additional product, just the same product from the edge. And just buff it out a little bit. It is beautiful. Let's do something. I'm gonna clean this same brush, clean it. And I'm gonna use it now on the Cognac Rose. Instantly dries. And I'm gonna go to the most similar color to that one, which is this one. It is a little bit darker, but that's fine. And I'm going to apply that color now on this crease. It is definitely a little bit darker. Hopefully at work they won't tell the difference. Nobody would know. I only got a little bit because it was a little bit darker, but I'm gonna go back, get some more, and apply a little bit more on the crease. Just gonna rough up the edges, unrough the edges. Now I'm gonna go with a more compact brush, Beekeeper the number 206. This one's clean, so I'm gonna go now with, I'm gonna stay with this eye. I'm gonna get this purplish burgundy color and apply it on the outer corner, outer edge of my eyelid. I'm just gonna do one side so I could use the other side for the other eye. I'm gonna put it here on the edge and take it up a little bit to the brow bone right here. Beautiful color. I'm gonna flip the brush and now I'm gonna go with this shade from the Honeymoon quad. I expect this one to be a little bit brighter. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit brighter. Now I'm gonna go with my finger and I'm going to get this shade, the brightest, and apply it in the inner corner. or inner side of my eyelid. This is Honeymoon. I almost put it in the wrong side. I'll clean that off and use my left finger. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm gonna use the same shade or the similar shade, this one, on my right eye. That one's a little bit more gold. And it feels so soft. Now I know I missed one of the shades, the lightest one. So I'm gonna get a small brush and apply that as a highlighting on the brow bone. So I'm gonna get my Sonia G pencil one and just get some of that light shade and just apply it here as a highlight. And some in the inner corner. It's not super bright, but it is something. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other quad. Actually, I think I did use it, right? I didn't use the one, the Cognac Rose, but I did use this one. Regardless, I'm gonna put some here in the inner corner and some in the brow bone. Now I'm gonna get another small brush, a clean brush for the waterline. I'm gonna grab some of that pretty purple here and apply it in the outer corner, in the outer area. And then some of that other one for the other eye. And with that pencil one that I got that highlighter, or that I got the bright shade, I'm going to grab some more of that bright shade and apply it on the inner half of my waterline. And sort of blend those two together here in the middle. So those are the two quads. I'm going to get a clean brush, my Sonia G, my Scott Barnes number 62, and kind of like rough up the edges here, blend the edges together, clean it up a little bit. So let me look at myself with a bigger mirror and see how they both look and which one I like best. They look very similar. I think they're definitely like cousins. They're very similar, but they're not exactly the same. The Honeymoon quad is a little bit lighter. The purple and the brown, I'm just gonna be generic names. The purple and the brown, the burgundy color and the brown are lighter, but the gold of the Cognac Rose is more gold, is more brighter. So they are similar but different. Overall, I love both. They're both really good, really easy to work with. But if I had to choose one, like if my house was burning and I could only choose one of the two, not that I would run away with makeup, but you know what I mean. If I had to choose one, I would use the Honeymoon quad because that purple is really pretty. And the brown is just a little bit more darker, I guess, for more like for nighttime. I don't know. They're both beautiful. And I love both. I'm very happy I got both. But now I would like to know what you think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. So yes, I'm back. I already did the rest of my makeup. It's mostly Tom Ford, but I'll put a description of everything down below in the description box so you guys could check it out. This is my final look. I really do love how everything came in together. The quads, my eyes do look different, but that's alright. It's okay. No one's gonna notice. Nobody's gonna know. This is just between you and I, between you guys and me. Nobody has to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.